Hello, juicers. Welcome to another episode of Spirit Juice No Additive. Long time no see. I think last week I posted. I haven't posted since the last episode. So I decided to come on here and talk about something I'm very passionate about. When I initially started to do like, share, and subscribe, please, please, please. We need more subscribers. We need a bigger community. And welcome, by the way, to our 235 subscribers. Let's get that number over the top. Okay. The question today is did Beyonce sell her soul to the devil for success? Yes, I strongly believe she did. She's very talented beyond words. She's beautiful. She's disciplined. She's passionate. She's driven, inspiring, all that good stuff, but not in a good way, in my opinion. In a good way, and in also a bad way. In that, the Sasha Fierce persona is evil to me. Self-centered. It's arrogant. It's an ego trip. And the name itself, Sasha Fierce, sexy, hot, the best, all that good stuff. Beyonce is worship. I mean, my goodness. I was typing her name into my phone and I put B-E and Beyonce came up. I mean, so I had to spell out her whole name. That should just tell you how famous she is. I like Beyonce. Don't get me wrong. I love Beyonce. I like what she stands for. She set goals. She achieved them. She worked very hard since she was a child. Her parents forfeited education so that Beyonce can be, a fame, a fortune, can be a star, which she turned out to be, which is admirable. However, Beyonce has to be seen. She's scared to leave the spotlight out of fear of becoming irrelevant. So it's all about her. It's not about the people that she performs for. It's not about, making a positive impression on people as far as uplifting and motivational and spiritual. It's all about how she looks in the public and what she gains from the public. Okay, do all things for the glorification of our Lord and Savior, and not for selfish gain. I mean, we have to find glorification for God in everything we do, whether we run track, whether we're a baseball sports figure, whether we are into entertainment or entrepreneur or business person. Our goal should be set around the fact that we are glorifying God. Through God, we are able to achieve all things, okay? And not by our own selfish motivation and own doing. We have to depend on God for everything. Who gives us our help comes from God. Every good thing comes from God. Beyonce is the devil's angel who pushes the worldly agenda. Fame, fortune, admiration, popularity, all that good stuff. But it's good for the world. But is it in the main scheme of God's agenda? No, it's not. The American dream. She has achieved the American dream a billion times over. But the American dream within itself is self-will. And within itself, and self-will is evil. When we think about evil, it's self-will. Okay? That's as it pertains to the world. Self-will is the evil. Keep that in mind. Because some people are going to use their self-will for good and others for bad. And when we see evil, it's always an action that brings awareness to the fact that it's evil. Okay? So evil operates and rules this world, not God. God said that in the beginning, that we live in an evil world. He cannot even touch this world. That's why he sent his son in the flesh. Okay? So that he won't have to touch it in the spirit. Okay. I'd rather do things, I'd rather do nothing at all. Nothing at all. Than to abandon God's agenda for my life. I want to stay on the path that God has put me on. And I want to do it not for my own glorification, for his glorification, and to help his people, and to do service, and to inspire and motivate, and build self-esteem, and just let people know that he is real and he's still performing miracles in me. I'm a product of him, not the world. Jesus was tempted by the devil for selfish gain. He was taken into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights and was tempted by evil. The devil showed him all the good things of the world. I'll give it all to you if you just fall down and worship me. And Jesus said, get back, Satan. I only worship and serve the Lord, and that is finito, that is final, that is period, point blank.com. Okay? We have too many cautionary tales, people, to show us where someone exalt themselves and then come right down in our eyes, where we can see. Look at Whitney Houston. Look at Elvis Presley. Look at Marilyn Monroe. Look at John Kennedy. Look at all the famous people that came before Beyonce that has taken a very public demise because they were selfish. They exalted themselves. There's no longevity in self-exaltation. There is no longevity. And this little time that we have on earth is just like a drip in the bucket of forever. I don't even want to say a bucket. It's like the sea. It's like the ocean, that's the sky, the universe that goes on infinitely, forever. So 80 or 90, 100 years that we might get here on earth compares not. And God says in the Bible, one day is like 1,000, and 1,000 is like one day. So this is nothing. This is like a sprinkle of saliva in the breeze. All the trappings of the world gain is present in the success of Beyonce. The popularity. She is worshipped like a cult leader to a certain extent. You can't say nothing bad about Beyonce and expect to be popular. And I don't think that me doing this video is going to render me popular. But you know what? I don't care about being popular for Beyonce. I care about being popular for the Lord and doing his will. And I used to have reservations about doing entertainment news. You know, my glass is broken. I left my other pair at my job, so excuse me if they crooked and falling off my face. But I used to fear doing things for the world, because the world don't have a heaven or hell to put me in. Some people, they say, they quick to say that they don't believe in God, that they mad at God. I don't believe in the afterlife. But what if people, what if you are deciding your fate in a forever after? Okay? Just that possibility scares me. That I'm going to miss the 80 or 90 or 100 years that I got on earth and sacrifice that because I wanted all of what the world wanted me to have, as opposed to what God wanted me to do in the world, so that I can live a better quality of life forever, in opposed to taking what the world has in this moment. It's just like dinner time. You eat chicken before the whole meal is done, then you have to eat a meal without the meat, without the benefit of the whole dinner. So either we're going to take the chicken or take what the world has to offer us, or we're going to wait and take what God has to offer us. And you know what? That's beyond imagination. That's just like we cannot conceive in our little pea brain all of what God is preparing for us in the afterworld, in the eternal kingdom. People live like it's their last day. And you know what? For many people, maybe even the people that you love and admire the most, they live in their only life that they're ever going to have, because then they've taken what the world has to offer. And they forfeiting the afterlife. the eternal kingdom. And that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Everybody want to run to the Bible to prove their argument about homosexuality, about this, about that, about spare the rod, spoil the child, about women's position in society. All of these things, they want to make the Bible the precedent. Okay? I'm making the Bible the precedent that forever in the eternal kingdom and taking what the world has to offer is real, is a big, huge mistake. I want what God has to offer me, not the world. Okay? Let's see. Okay, so I went through most of what I wanted to say. Yes, I believe Beyonce sold her soul to the devil. I think that she does what she does for her, and not other folks. You know, she's showing us what the world has to offer. You know, the fame, the popularity, the things of the world, in opposed to what God has to offer us. See, I have never really gotten into any spirituality that stemmed from Beyonce. It's all about worldly gain, worldly. Well, we're gonna see what that entails. Will she have longevity? Okay, she might have 30, 40 years in the business ultimately, but what's 30 or 40 years compared to forever? You know, she lived this life of intensity and gain for the purpose of 30 or 40 years? Oh no. I aspire for more, for longer. Okay? So yes, I think she did. So she does those little signs, the pyramid and the eye and all of that, the I don't know, the hexagon or whatever it is, showing signs that she believed in a spirit of worldly, of evil, in opposed to God. We have to admit that. Like, share, and subscribe. That's my take on it. I don't dislike Beyonce. I like her just like I like anybody else that have set goals and reach them. But to the extent of never, I mean, my goodness, I have, for the last years, I don't know how long she's been in business, but I have never not seen Beyonce. There has never not been any talk about Beyonce since she started her single career, since she started her solo career. It's all about Beyonce. I'm tired of Beyonce. Go somewhere and sit down. I want to miss Beyonce. Okay? I want to have a period of time where I don't see her, don't hear about her, and the world exists with her in it, but not like dominating it. I mean, my goodness, who has to be seen that much? But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. We got more of this to come. I want to do entertainment news, but I want to put a spiritual spin on it so that we can see ourselves better, in a better light, and see what's going on in the world in a better light. So with that, I'm going to say